Welcome to Thriver TV, the place to break free with true solutions to heal for real from narcissistic abuse and painful relationship patterns. More than just information to survive, you are granted the tools to thrive. I know that learning about narcissists can be very interesting, even fascinating. Yet, today I'm going to let you understand why they are boring. And I'm going to explain to you today how they all do the same things, what is incredibly predictable about them, and how and why you are so much more fascinating and worthy of your attention than what the narcissist is. Okay, so just before I get started, I wanted to say a big thank you to all my lovely and loyal subscribers who support the Thriver mission. Thank you so much. And how beautiful it is that you're spreading the word regarding how possible it is to heal for real from narcissistic abuse. So please remember to like and share this video if it speaks to you. That really gets the word out. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so that you can get notified about my new releases every week. Okay, let's have a look at the first talking point today, which is how narcissists do all the same thing. And it was so interesting when I first started getting out information about my narcissistic abuse experience. I was shocked. People kept saying to me things like, "Are you in my house? Do you hear my conversations?" Because they are word for word the same. Why is that? Why do narcissists all come out of the same cookie cutter? Why do they say the same stuff? Why do they say the same things? This is the reason. Because narcissists are a no self. They're an empty self. They've divorced their inner being, their true self, and they've created a fictitious character in its place. So this means that rather than the narcissist being a distinct personality, they're actually taken over by ego. And ego is pretty straightforward. Ego is all about self. And it's actually very, very boring when you're in the presence of somebody who is making it all about self. It's all about them. And what happens with somebody who is making it all about self and feeding their ego, they're actually very, very insecure on the inside, and they will regress to being very childish and angry and nasty when confronted, questioned, when you don't agree with them, or when the attention comes off them and it goes on to somebody else. So that's all incredibly consistent with narcissists. It doesn't matter whether they're hot, cold, covert, overt, they all do that. And the thing is with a narcissist, which you get to find out, is you're unimportant. So when the chips are down and when things are important, you're unimportant. And yes, there are altruistic narcissists who can make out that they're very caring and they can give a lot to you and they can provide you with stuff and they can come to your rescue, but there's always strings attached to it. But when you start pulling away and when the chips have fallen, when you've had enough, when the cracks have appeared, and when you're splitting up, you will find out just how unimportant you are. They don't care. They don't care about your life going forward. And also too, narcissists commonly don't take responsibility. It's your fault. They'll project it back onto you. They will throw you under a bus to retain their own ego and their own image to others. You will be blamed. So the madness is consistently crazy. It's mental, and this is the whole thing. With a narcissist, when you're in a confrontational discussion with them, you will feel like you're going mad because of the twists, the turns, the projections, the things that don't make sense, them getting off topic and bringing in details and people that have got nothing to do with what you're discussing. And that's the commonality, which is very boring because it's the same stuff. And the thing is, the bottom line with narcissists is they're not loyal, they're not honest, they're not caring, and they're not considerate. They don't want what you want. And that's consistent with narcissists. They don't want teamwork and harmony and peace and love and progressive forward growth together. They don't want that. To them, that's boring. To us, that's wonderful. That's soul fulfilling. What they like, which is boring about them, is they want drama. Drama gets very boring. There's nothing progressive or helpful about it. Okay, so what is it that is incredibly predictable about a narcissist? So many people ask things like, what is the narcissist going to do next? How are they going to be? What are they going to do? Now, this is what I want you to understand about the predictability of narcissists. Yes, narcissists do random, crazy, ridiculous things. They do things we couldn't even imagine doing. They do things that come out of left field. They do things that are hurtful, conscienceless, and cruel. And they can be very sudden. A narcissist can spin on a dime. But what is predictable about a narcissist is they will work out what hurts you. That's the thing that they're going to hit. They're going to hit the target of what hurts you and unravels you. Because when you unravel, you react and you grant them the narcissistic supply, which makes them feel really important and superior because they have the power to affect you as much as they do. So what is predictable about a narcissist is they will size you up, they will fact find, and they will feel in, and they're very psychic and capable of this. They'll work out what you feel that you've got lacking in your life and what you're looking for, and they will pretend to be the deliverer of it, the savior, the person that's going to fill in your gaps and make you feel whole. Then what happens is after you're ensnared and you're in the relationship, then they're going to do a flick and switch on you, and they're going to start hurting you with that susceptibility. So if you never felt met and heard, the narcissist will turn up so interested in you, but then will start deserting you on that level and making you feel unimportant. And the list goes on and on. So what is a narcissist going to do? How predictably do they act? Apart from the usual things that I described earlier, which means they make it all about themselves, they're selfish, they're always puffing up their own feathers like a puffed up chook. They're always being insecure and childish if they feel left out or they're not getting enough attention or whatever it is. But the thing is, regardless of whether a narcissist is covert, overt, hot, cold, or whatever, the narcissist in your experience is going to do the thing that hurts you. They're going to do the thing that hurts you. You have to remember a narcissist is plasticine. There's not an actual real being in there. There's not an inner self. What they do is manipulate and hurt people through people's wounds. And they want your wounds. They want your negative energy. They want your reactions. That's what they feed on. It's that loosh. It's your pain. So they're going to do what hurts you. A particular narcissist with one person could be engulfing and controlling, and with another one disappear. But it will be what is your wounds. That's what the narcissist is going to do next. So when you feel into the fear of what are they going to do to me, what is it that you fear happening? Because that's generally what the narcissist is going to go for. So this brings me to our next point, which is why you are so fascinating and worthy of your attention, rather than researching, trying to work out and check what the narcissist is going to do next and all of that stuff. Because this is about you. They're mirroring and controlling and hurting and abusing you through your wounds. So you can spend years trying to work out them, but this is the thing, you need to work out you. What is your gap? What is your greatest primal fears? Where are you handing your power away to somebody else? That's the stuff that you need to work out. And that's what my work is always about. It's about taking our power back to work out where we're having the patterns of the repeat traumas in our life. Because that's how the narcissist is keeping you hooked, trauma bonded, and dependent on them. So let's say that you've had the beliefs in your life, the people that I love leave me, they abandon me. That's exactly what the narcissist is going to play out with you, emotional or literal abandonment. And they work it out. Because what happens when they do that is you're going to latch onto them and try to stop them abandoning you, and you're going to hand over your rights, your values, and your boundaries to try to get them to stick around. And this works out. See, this is the thing. We trauma bond to our unhealed stuff, and that's what they're going to play back to you. So the longer that you stay trying to research or work out him or her, track them or ask people about them and investigate them through their social media and who they're hanging out with and what they're doing and asking people stuff about them, the further you move into wrong town and away from your freedom, your rebuild, and your salvation. And this is the thing, you know, you are going to be doing that, but really your inner being and what's going on with you, that's fascinating. That's where your up level is. That's where your healing is. When you're researching them, you're just going to get all about the predictability, the boringness, and the stuff that a narcissist does. A false self running on an ego construct does the same stuff. They don't want love. They don't want togetherness. They don't want teamwork. They don't want growth. They want your negative energy because that's what dark souls feed on. It makes them feel significant, and they're going to do whatever it takes to trigger you to get that energy from you and get you hooked onto them so that they can keep getting narcissistic supply. And they want drama. It's very boring. Repeat drama is boring, and you would have noticed with narcissists, you go over the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again, and it never gets resolved. That is incredibly boring. That's not what life is meant to be about. But when you heal you beyond those wounds and those programs, then you can leave all of that boring, repetitive, predictive rubbish behind and start having a life of limitless expansion, new frontiers, wonderful trajectories, and moving forward to the dreams and the goals and the expansion, which is unlimited, that you have without being caught in the groundhog boring cycles with a dark self. Am I making sense? I hope so. So I really hope that this has showed you how boring narcissists are, yet how truly they are the greatest stepping stone. They're that impetus. They're the signal to turn within you, get to the fascinating stuff of, oh my God, that's why I've been playing this out. And they take you on an incredible and magnificent journey of fully liberating yourself. I really want you to understand this. You count. You matter. This is your journey. It's not anybody else's. They were just a catalyst. This is your journey. You're so important and you're fascinating. I hope you understand. And if you do, I would love to help you get started the right way. And I can help you do that by connecting you to my free 16-day course, which will bring you much needed answers and return the power back to where it needs to be, which is within you. And this 16-day course, it's completely free. It holds no obligation whatsoever. And you can subscribe, unsubscribe at any time, even though I know you won't want to. So relief is only a click away with a link that appears at the top right of this video. So I hope that this information has really helped. Please share this video if it's going to help somebody that you care about. And as always, keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving, because there's nothing else to do. And I look forward to answering your comments and your questions. Much love. Bye-bye.